Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox back for another episode of the award-winning Pawtastic Friends, the Paw Talk. As always, joined by Michael and Mellisa Novelli. Hey, guys.
Hey.
So we've got three great ones today. Denver, Goose, and Camacho. Why don't we start with Denver? Who wants to tell us about Denver?
You know who knows more about the dogs than anybody? And she loves Denver, of course.
Oh, Denver is one of my favorites. As a matter of fact, I was with him this morning. He is all about love. This poor guy, the rescue that cares for him is Animal Network, and they had helped him back in 2022. Back then, he weighed 74 pounds. 2023, he found himself back in the shelter system. And he came with a friend, but his weight was 57 pounds. So they nursed him back to health. And we've been spending the last couple of weeks with him. He is just awesome. His disposition, even though he sounds like he's had a lot that he's went through, his personality, he's so loving. He loves to play with toys. Loves to sit in your lap. He's a leaner, so he leans into you. And he came to the Richmond Training Center. He's been here twice now, and is just a phenomenal all-around dog.
What kind of dog is Denver?
He is a pit mix, and just like I said, his markings, he's just beautiful, and his disposition is just, he's just all about love. He does okay with other dogs, and he just is like the perfect mix of a family member. As a matter of fact, the trainer Keith this morning had him out, and he said, Mellisa, out of all the dogs that got the last name Novelli, if I had to pick one, Denver would be perfect. He would fit just in right. Denver Novelli.
They never pick just one. It's every other dog she wants for the house. And speaking of walking the dogs, our boarding buddies program is so important for these dogs to get out of their kennels. And we encourage people across the country to, go volunteer at a shelter, go volunteer at a rescue, help get the dogs out, because, most of the time these dogs are sitting in kennels. It's a good way for them to, get out and enjoy life a little bit.
So that really leads me to actually want to talk to you, Michael, about you guys started walking dogs. That's what led to Pawtastic Friends. Could you say a few words about the importance of just getting over to a kennel and walking a dog, let alone, what you guys are doing now at Pawtastic Friends? But what does that mean to a dog in the kennel?
Getting the dogs out gives them a chance to be a dog. When we first started back in 2012, we started doing videos, just, focusing on the dogs and showing their personalities. And then we were looking at the list. Melissa's like, this dog hasn't been out in 4 days. This dog hasn't been out in 5 days, because we're so overpopulated with dogs, because the backyard breeders, and, you got to help these dogs because they don't, choose to be in a kennel. So, if you're sitting on a couch right now, listen to this, go to your local shelter, go walk a dog. You can give the dog love, and the dog's going to give you more love than you could even possibly give it. It's rewarding for both of you. Help them out till they get their forever home. The Boarding Buddies program has changed so many lives of the dogs and the people that go and walk them. Go ahead.
And Boarding Buddies is not just walking dogs.
Right.
What I tell every Boarding Buddies member, and our team is like spot on. They show up when it's 120 degrees. They show up when it's 50 degrees. They show up when it rains. They show up, and that's important. But you could start your own Boarding Buddies anywhere. And our team goes out, and not only do we walk the dogs, we have a toy box, which I need to replenish. We have a pool in the summertime that the dogs play in. We even bathe the dogs in the summertime, using the pool. If it's drizzling or raining, the Boarding Buddies, they have beds set up in the backs of their SUVs. So the dog goes in there. Sometimes the dog goes in there and just sleeps in the back seat, because that's what the dog needs. So it's not just about walking. And what I tell people is, like, if a dog can't walk or might be a senior, it's not about just walking. It's about the quality time to give them.
So let's go back to Denver. What kind of forever home do you think would be best or better for Denver? A big family, other dogs,
I
children?
think
What do you guys think?
the perfect home for Denver is with the Novellis. No, I'm just kidding. but
Not really.
um, the perfect home for Denver would be with a family. I think he would do great with kids. Proper meet and greet with another dog. He likes walks. He's active. He loves to play. He loves chasing toys, and he's learning about puzzles now. And any home that would give him quality time, would give him some activity, but yet want a snuggle buddy at night, Denver's your guy.
You know what? I have the perfect family for him. I know somebody else that likes big dogs, and they live in Texas. Sandra Fox. Throw it your way.
Don't tell my wife. Let's turn to Goose. Who can tell me about Goose?
Go ahead. You know about all these dogs because she's with them all the time.
Goose. Oh my gosh. Goose is part of the Monday crew. He's part of the Puppuccino Mafia. So Goose comes to the center, and yesterday when I came in, he was waiting for me by the door, and he saw the puppuccinos, and he was like, I know what time it is. He's energetic, happy-go-lucky, would do okay with other dogs. His personality and disposition is just sunshine. He always has this smile that'll melt your heart. He loves to play with toys, especially like balls and what do you call those, like tug toys. Loves tug toys. He is just a volunteer favorite too, and everybody just loves him. Like today when he came out in boarding buddies, like he looked at me and he was like, no puppuccino, see ya, bye. And he went out with our volunteer pad, and this is a great dog, another one that's overlooked, I think.
And that's a great
What kind of dog is Goose?
He is a pit bull, and he's very muscular, very athletic, and is just so sweet.
I interrupted you, Michael.
Oh, no worries. And that's what's so great about the enrichment training centers. These dogs get to come here and they get to shine and they got to enjoy their lives outside of, the boarding buddies. Because the majority of the time, these dogs are living in kennels 24/7, and it's not a good life. So thankfully, we have the support of the community and wonderful people like yourselves that help us promote what we're doing to help change and save lives. Because when every one of these dogs gets adopted, we could add another dog to the program, and it takes another dog out of the shelter.
Melissa, you might have already said this, but who do you think would be a great family for forever home for Goose?
So Goose could probably live with a athletic couple, an athletic person. He could probably be with older kids. He is very energetic, so his tail might knock a smaller child down. Loves to play. Probably would be a great running partner or a hiking partner. And another one that would love to be snuggled up in the bed. When I said he came in yesterday, I was he saw the puppuccinos, got excited, spin, kiss me, all of that. Then he went, there's a bed in the lobby, and he was laying on the bed with this toy. It was the cutest picture. His tail was going a million miles a minute, and just he's just joy too. Just so sweet.
So let's turn now to one of your latest adoptees or adopted dogs, one we've talked about before, Camacho. Who is Camacho's forever family?
So Camacho was the one she talked about, another one, Camacho and Novelli. Thankfully, Camacho got adopted, so now we're on to Denver or whoever the next dog is. So tell them about Camacho's head was like this compared to his body. Just a great dog. I remember when I came here and Camacho was here the one time, I said, why would you do this to me? Because the dog was so loving.
I know. I sent him on a Wednesday when Michael was here, so that I was like, hey, make sure you stop and see Michael in the office. I play a little reverse psychology every now and then.
Almost worked.
Yeah. He now goes by the name of Macho. He lives with a family. He has a human brother. He has a furry sibling, and he actually participates in our Saturday group classes, and he is an A+ student, super smart.
Okay, for sort of our tip of the day, I wanted to pick up on something you mentioned, Michael, which was a meet and greet. Can you explain what a meet and greet is for a dog and why that's important in the adoption or forever home process?
Well, sometimes people do have other dogs, and Melissa always says we want to set the dogs up for success. So we do meet and greets at our center in a very safe environment. We have these walls here in the center that lets the dogs be near each other, but divided. A lot of times people do meet and greets with the dog on a leash, and sometimes that doesn't work out. So having the dogs do meet and greets, we had Macho, one of our longtime team members. We worked a long time with getting her dog and another one of the dogs, Tori, in the program to work together, and now they're best friends. So super important, super important to have meet and greets.
So when we got one of our dogs, rescue dogs, we let the dogs pick each other. Have you seen that happen?
I haven't seen it happen because most of the time people want to meet one of the dogs that are in the program, and that's pretty cool. Like, we don't pick the dogs, they pick us.
Right, right. No, we put several dogs together with our dog, and it's pretty clear who he wanted,
That's
and
awesome.
so that's the one we took. Yeah. You guys have a big event coming up. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
We do our annual block party that we've been doing for a long time. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. It's sponsored by Boyd Gaming out here, Wax Tracks Records. We've got Eric Roy involved, Lamar Signs, just a lot of great sponsors. Dollar Loan Center. They're all supporting Pawtastic Friends for the mission that we do to help the community. So it's on Sunday, April 28th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Local entertainers, food trucks, raffles, silent auctions, all to raise money for the dogs because this 5,000 square foot center here costs a lot of money to operate. So we're always looking for support from the community here in Las Vegas and across the United States.
If anyone wanted to find out more about Pawtastic Friends or to find out more about the upcoming fundraiser and perhaps be a sponsor, what would be the best way for them to do so?
They could email us at info@pawtasticfriends.com. They could also see the flyer up on pawtasticfriends.com. It's a fun event. It's free. We don't charge anybody. It's families come and individuals come. It's just a great day of fun to, have a good time.
Well, guys, thanks again. I can't wait till we get together again and you tell us about some more dogs.
Thank you so much, Tom.